I truly believe that we all hold the power within ourselves to change our life and create whatever type of situation and result we want in it. Okay, if you focus, if you work on it, it's very doable. Okay, sometimes it just takes more time than you're thinking. All right, now here is 5 steps to design your life. Okay, I call this lifestyle design. There's a lot of different stuff for this. Something like goal setting, visualization, but I have 5 steps here that I started using, and it really helps me out, so check them out. Step number 1 is you got to start by asking questions, okay? You have to ask yourself one major important question. Where am I now, and where do I want to be? Okay, so in any specific area of your life, say it's health, say it's dating, say it's finances, you could say, where am I at with my dating life now, and where do I want to be? Where am I at with my finances right now, and where do I want to be? Okay, so assess your current situation and future project and visualize where you want to be. Okay, and a lot of people, most people don't do this, but the people that do this, they sort of aim low, and just, it seems like, if your finances are all messed up, or if your dating life is in a mess, to picture it the ideal and picturing it perfect, it seems very difficult. But you need to relax, take a deep breath, go in nature, meditate, and really visualize if things were perfect. Now, when I say perfect, it doesn't have to be like, oh, I'll be a celebrity rock star and making billions of dollars. Just if there was no or very reduced struggle, very reduced stress and problems. Okay, so if your finances are a mess, what would it look like if you were financially stable and things were going good? Not a billionaire, not a millionaire, but if things were going good and you were in a flow and it was abundant. Or your dating life. If you haven't been on a date in 2 years and you're desperate, I'm not saying visualize being a rock star or getting laid by supermodels every single night. What would it be like to just confidently be dating a great girl, or be out dating, different women, seeing what they're like, and enjoying the dating process, okay? And so that's step 1, is assess where you are and where do you want to be. Now step 2, you're going to have to dive deeper and get specific, okay? So say that you're out of shape, and you say, I'm out of shape and I want to be not in fitness competitor, Mr. Olympia bodybuilder style shape, but pretty good shape. So, I want to get my body fat under 20%, or maybe if you're really lacking muscle mass, you want to add on some muscle. Just want to add on a little bit of muscle. Don't need to be steroid Mr. Olympia huge, right? So this is where I'm at. This is where I want to be. Now, actually I sort of went in reverse here. I was going to say that's step 1 is just, I'm out of shape, I want to get in shape. A little bit vague, but that's your ideal, right? Step 2 is dive deeper. So that's where you say, okay, I want to get, what specifically do I mean when I say get in better shape? Okay, and that means body fat under 20%, maybe add on a little bit of muscle mass, right? Step 3 is where we reverse engineer things, and we say what specific actions and habits and type of routine do I need to embrace to produce this specific result, to create this exact scenario, okay? So let's roll with the fitness one because it's pretty easy to do metaphors for, right? So you want to be under 20% body fat, and you want to put on some muscle mass, okay? So you got to start nutrition plan, you got to start meal planning. Can't just eat whatever you feel like, can't just eat whatever tastes good. What your friends are saying, oh, let's grab McDonald's quick, bro. You got to say no. Meal prep. Say, I'm going to eat 90% of my meals pre-planned with the proper nutrition, macronutrients. 10% of the time, I'll have a cheat meal and eat whatever the hell I want. Lifting plan, I'm going to hit the gym 5 days a week, and I'm going to do these body parts these days, etc., etc. All right, so you get deep on the details of exactly what your plan is, all right? So when you're figuring out what do I have to do, what do I have to execute on to produce this result, the goal is to end up having a blueprint for a schedule, for a routine for yourself of what has to get done every day or these days of the week to produce this result. What changes do I have to make, right? So once you have your blueprint of what you want, you can move on to step number 4, which is take directed or coordinated action, okay? You're taking action, but you're not just throwing shit at a wall hoping something sticks. You're sticking to your plan. And the biggest thing people do is they either don't do it, they lack discipline completely. And if that's you, I offer a program for that, daily accountability. You go to modernalpha.com, you can check it out. So step 4 is take your directed, coordinated action, all right? Follow that action plan that you develop. And you want to do it for 1 month or 3 months or 6 months. Set a time to commit to it, right? And don't worry about the results during that time frame. That's what step 5 is, all right? Step 5 is you stop, you assess, and you see what worked, what didn't work. Say you had your blueprint, your plan. Were you following the nutrition plan? Or were you having more cheat meals? Were you not really following it? Okay, then you have a discipline problem. If you followed the plan and you did all the workouts and everything, then and it didn't work, then maybe your body type or something, you're different. Maybe 90% eating healthy, 10% cheat meals. Maybe that's too much for you. Maybe you can only have 1 cheat meal every 2 weeks. Okay, maybe you can only have 1 cheat meal a month. I don't know. Everybody's different. That sounds a little bit extreme, but I'm just saying, you see where you're at, you see what happened, and you assess from there. Okay, so step 5 is assessing, and then you could either say, did this work? Yes, it did. Okay, keep doing it. Keep doing more of it. Did it work? No. Okay, what do I have to change? What do I have to improve? Do I have to increase something? Do I have to decrease something? You start playing around with the parts. Okay, so I believe that these 5 steps I just gave you are very powerful. It's pretty straightforward when you understand it. You're saying, where am I now? Where do I want to be? You're figuring out what you have to do to get there. You're making it a written plan. Sorry if I didn't mention that earlier in step 3. Make it a written plan. Okay. Step 4, take the coordinated direction action. Take the action that you need to take. And step 5 is after some period of time. Set the time up front. It's going to be 1 month, 2 months. Let me see what happens. Just don't worry about it. Don't judge it. Work hard. Give it your all. Focus on it. Step 5, stop and assess. What's going on? How's it going? And then from there, do I keep doing it? Do I do more of it? Do I do less of it and try something different? What people do is they start on something and they either stop too soon, they lack the discipline, or they start too soon. They start and they keep changing. They do a workout for a week and they go, oh, I'm not muscular enough yet. Let me do something else. Maybe I need this workout. Maybe I need to do this. They start doing Atkins diet. Then a week later they're doing paleo diet. Then a week later they're doing vegan diet. That they're going all over the place. And I've experimented with a lot of things, but I do it for specific time frames, and I give it a real shot to see what it's like, how it works. Okay, so I use a lot of examples for nutrition. Same thing with the dating, right? I'll get into that really quick. Say, I'm single, I'm lonely, I don't have any girls in my life. I want to be a guy who's out actively dating women and enjoying the dating process, or has a girlfriend from that, right? So you have to really look at it and say, who am I? Who do I want to be? Okay, if you're really honest about it, most guys are shy. They're in their comfort zone. They're not actively pursuing women enough. Okay, most guys are going to bars and clubs, and I'm a big proponent of meeting girls in everyday life. I have another website, Daytime Attraction. You can check that out if you're interested in that. Even online dating. Online dating could be good to get you out, get you some dates, but I truly feel the most growth happens from flirting with girls in everyday life. It is the most empowering thing that I've ever done, really, in my life. Say it's your money life, right? Where am I at? Just look at your bank account. Look at your situation. Where do I want to be? Okay, and say that it's a big goal. We'll break it down. Okay, look at your finances. Look at your expenses. What can you cut? How could you make some side money? How could you increase your income? And set an income goal for the next 2 weeks. Set a savings goal. You know what? I want to save this for the 2 weeks. I want to save this the next 2 weeks. So in 1 month, I want to have this much. In 2 months, I want to have this much. And then, like I said, take directed action. Do what you have to do. Assess. See how you're doing. Then most people realize when they start trying to track their expenses and save a certain amount of money, they blow their money on a lot of stupid shit. It's not usually the big things that people blow their money on. It's $20 a day here, $30 a day on this, $10 a day on this, $20 a day on this. You add up all the eating out, all the silly expenses and things, and it really adds up. So the point is just follow these 5 steps, and you could produce whatever result you want in your life. All right. So I hope this helps you out, and thanks for watching. I do daily content like this, so you can click subscribe and see the daily videos. My thing is blinking. It's about to shut off here. All right. See you soon. Thanks a lot.